Here.
What's happening, people? What's happening? A
What's
little bit
poppin', brand new?
later. What?
What?
What did you say?
I'm not a rapper.
You're not a rapper. A little bit later than we would normally go live, so we apologize for that. But here we are, and we're ready to hang out with you and have a good time, talk about a mock draft, and also just talk about what that means for Dynasty football. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and smash that like button as you join today's stream as we get started. We see you in the chat. Trent says, as a Vikings fan, absolutely no to that thumbnail. He does not like the idea of JJ going to Minnesota. Daniel
happening.
Macy, 31 days until the NFL draft.
Wow.
31 days. That is a month away.
Wow.
A full month away. Wow. Here we are. What's up, C. Kirk? Trent says, I'm going to have to change my poll if y'all wait any longer. What's up, Mad Hats? Skyler, what's Gucci? Mad Hats loves landing spots. We see Chase in the chat. What's up? Thank you for joining us, guys. We appreciate you big time. A little bit later than normal. The time has changed where we are. And then we were a little bit later on a video. We might have to start getting up earlier, but I guess might have to start doing that.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, but we might have to, unfortunately. But we see you in the chat. What's up, Landon? What's up, TD Vulture? Jay Wake, Cole, Waffle Boy.
What's happening?
Everybody is joining. We appreciate y'all big time. Again, do us a favor and smash that like button. Such a simple way for you to help support this channel and to help us grow and reach our goals. But we will be doing a 2024 rookie mock draft today. And if people want to join that mock draft, how can they go about doing so?
Absolutely. All you have to do is join our Discord, link in the description below, and link is going to be in the chat, as you can see here. Go join our Discord. Go to the DynastyLand tab with the orange footballs to the left of your screen. Content releases. You see that content releases right there? Hashtag content releases. You want to click on that. Then you want to go to that little bottom there where I'm going to be releasing the link to each and every mock draft when we go live. Whether it's in our mock draft, whether it's our videos that we want to watch, or you guys want to be watching, all you have to do is go to content releases. So once again, join our Discord, link in the description below, DynastyLand tab with the orange footballs, content releases, and that's exactly how you could join this mock draft. I'm going to send this link out now. It is first come, first serve. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'll send that link out here in 3, 2, there you go.
All right, and while this mock draft is about to fill up very quickly, we just want to quickly let you know that if you want to support the channel and get a lot of perks in return, all you got to do is become a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND. Tomorrow night, we will be doing team reviews, and we will only be reviewing people's teams who are supporting us on the Flock Fantasy website with the promo code LAND. So again, if you want your team reviewed, I'll pull up the little promo here for you. If you want your team reviewed, it's very simple. Got to be a Mother Flocker member. Got to use the code LAND. You get a live Dynasty team review by us. You get our rankings. You get unlimited access to the trade calculator, a personalized DM. You get to be a part of our Dynasty trade show. You get unlimited access to our Discord channels. All the premium channels unlocked. You get our rookie report. And, of course, you are supporting the channel when you become a member as well.
Absolutely.
But we are full. So before we get into it, we are stepping into a new reality. Y'all know the deal. These mock drafts, we don't always do them because this is exactly how the NFL draft is going to pan out. We don't always use a mock draft because this is realistic, or it's all about if something were to happen, how would that impact Dynasty football? So in today's world, we're stepping into Shane Hollum's world. This is the world that he has crafted for us from Draft Countdown. He actually just released this 7-round mock draft today, and we are going to dive straight into it. And if this were to be reality, how would it impact Dynasty rookie drafts? That's what we're going to talk about. So, Caleb Williams is a Bear. Jaden Daniels is a Commander. The Patriots end up staying. They stick, and they go with Drake May. Marvin Harrison Jr. is a Cardinal. We see Brock Bowers go to the Chargers at pick 5. Malik Neighbors to the Giants at pick 6. Roma Dunze to the Jets at 10. So they get Roma Dunze, Garrett Wilson, and Mike Williams on the same team. J.J. McCarthy goes to the Denver Broncos. They stick and pick with J.J. and try and get their quarterback of the future. Brian Thomas Jr. is a Steeler. Bo Nix ends up going to the Vikings at pick 23. Xavier Worthy to the Cowboys to complement CeeDee Lamb. That's kind of hot, not going to lie. Adonai Mitchell goes to the Bills. And he is the perfect Gabe Davis replacement. Plus, he's going to give them more than what Gabe Davis gave them.
That's right.
Into round 2, where Ladd McConkey is a Carolina Panther. Xavier Legette is a Patriot. He's getting a lot of hype lately. You love to see it. The Raiders get Michael Penix Jr. Jatavion Sanders goes to the Colts. Then we see Trey Benson, first running back off the board to the Cowboys. Troy Franklin to the Lions. Hate that spot. My least favorite spot for Troy Franklin in the entire draft. Makes no sense. Jameson Williams, a very similar player. But here we are. Kansas City goes with Keon Coleman at the end of round 2. Remember, Rashee Rice was their end of round 2 pick last year. So that could be a steal. Into round 3, Jalen Polk is a Cardinal. Ben Sinnott is a Commander. My favorite team fit and player fit, Roman Wilson to the Chargers. Hot for so many reasons. Love it. Jonathan Brooks goes to your Giants in round 3. Blake Corum to the Raiders. Jared Wiley to the Bengals. Tez Walker to the Colts. Theo Johnson to the Rams. Jalen Wright to Houston to complement Joe Moneybag Mixon. The Cardinals get Braylon Allen. Let's see. Malachi Corley to the Jags. That's kind of awesome. The Bengals get Ricky Pearsall. That's kind of sick. Your Boyd replacement. Into round 4, where Cade Stover is a Panther. Jaheim Bell is a Seahawk. Johnny Wilson is a Patriot. Marshawn Lloyd is a Charger. Love that. Rattler goes to the Giants. Jacob Coing to the Falcons. Audric Esme to the Bengals. Javon Baker to the Steelers. Malik Washington to the Bears. Will Shipley to the Niners. Jalen McMillan to the Texans. Love that fit from my guy. Ray Davis to the Bills. Bucky Irvin to the Vikings. Jamari Thrash to the Ravens. Dylan Labe to the Chiefs. Brandon Rice to the Niners. Into round 5, the last round we'll look at. You guys have this link if you want to look at round 6 and 7, where we see Cornelius Johnson to the Chargers. Isaiah Davis to the Panthers. Frank Gore Jr. to the Broncos. Dallin Halker to the Titans. Ryan Flournoy to the Raiders. Jalen Coker to the Broncos. Isaac Horrendo, to the Colts. Luke McCaffrey to the Commanders. Kamani Vidal to the Rams. Jordan Travis to the Rams. We got some tight ends in here. Tyrone Tracy, a lot of people love him, to the Ravens. Jermaine Burton, my guy, to the Saints. He falls in the draft. But if you guys want to look at any of those landing spots, the link is in the description, and one last time, I will put it in the chat for anyone who wants to look at those landing spots. Again, do us a massive favor, smash that like button. If we get to 100 likes, we'll pop off a second mock draft on today's stream. So if you want to see a second mock, not only just one, help us reach that like goal of 100.
That's right.
And we'll pop off a second mock for you. But get on the same page, Superflex, PPR, tight end premium. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And let's see what Matt Hatz is doing here at the 101. Caleb Williams, I believe, should be the consensus pick at the 101. Marvin Harrison Jr. at the 102. No surprise, Cardinal, Bear, Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. We're hearing noise right now that the Commanders could go McCarthy, which is funny, right? Because last week, it was Daniels is the pick, unquestionably. It's going to be Daniels to the Commanders. And now we just know for sure it's going to be McCarthy to the Commanders. So there's no smoke. Everyone's right. They're drafting both.
I think they are. I really think they are. I'm joking.
They're going to have both players on the roster. Okay, so Caleb, Marvin, Daniels, May, and Neighbors all off the board. And now I'm on the clock. And I got a tough decision to make. Keeping in mind, this is a tight end premium format. And I would say in a tight end premium format, if Bowers is truly a Charger as a top 5 pick, and Odunze is a Jet at pick 10, I think it's very close between these two names. I also think J.J. McCarthy's in play here.
Right.
Superflex League, he goes to the Broncos at pick 12.
Right.
I also think Bo Nix is in play here.
Right.
First round pick. Goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Pick 23. He gets to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and TJ Hawkinson. This has got to be the most difficult pick of the draft thus far. Man, what would the chat do? Honestly, I have no idea what I would do here.
I know where I would go. Well, actually, I don't know where I'm going to go. Pick 7. I'm definitely contemplating between two players here.
I don't know, dude. It's between Brock Bowers and a quarterback. Oh, this is so close. If it wasn't tied in premium, I think I would go a quarterback here. But the premium is going to make me lean Bowers to the Chargers. You can play the narrative up. Greg Roman, you selected Bowers 5th overall. You just lost Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. I'll paint that narrative for myself, but I'll tell you what. I was very close to another quarterback being my pick.
Yeah, and it is tough. I think where I lean is like 2 quarterbacks. So let's be transparent here. JJ and Bo Nix. Yes, JJ gets the higher draft capital going to the Denver Broncos, but Bo Nix has a better situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. You have Aaron Jones there for the year. Do we go with Bo Nix, who has a better situation, who I believe still for me is my QB4 over JJ McCarthy, even after all this hype? I liked him better as a prospect. Or do I go JJ McCarthy, who went to the 12th or went 12th overall to the Denver Broncos? But who's he throwing to? Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy's gone, Marvin Mims, Greg Dulcich, Javonte Williams. On paper, you want Bo Nix. Yeah. Let's spice it up here. I'm going Bo Nix, who has a better situation.
100%.
Who technically is in my who technically in the rankings, you can go on flockfantasy.com right now, is my QB4.
Yeah. I love the pick of Bo Nix there. That's who I was heavily considering when Bo Nix and Brock Bowers were both on the board. Any quarterback that goes to Minnesota, you're going to have a hard time not picking that guy high in your rookie drafts. The fact that he gets all those weapons, he gets Kevin O'Connell as his head coach in a super flex format, you can say Bo Nix isn't a good player. He's not a good player. This, that. You have your opinion on Bo Nix, but if he's a first-round pick and he goes to that offense, I mean, why is Brock Purdy so good? Because he's in the right offense with the right weapons around him. We talk about how Bo Nix is a game manager plus, just like Brock Purdy is. I mean, you can manage a lot of games in Minnesota and win a lot of fantasy games as well. So I like the pick there. McCarthy goes to the 108. Odunze falls to the 109. He is a Jet. I love Odunze. And honestly, I feel like in this situation, the 106 is as valuable as the 109. And I'd prefer to trade back. I prefer to trade back and have someone else make that decision for me, because the 106, the 107, the 108, the 109, all super valuable picks here. I love that run of 100%. Players there.
And that's five quarterbacks who go in the first 5 rounds. And I guarantee you that 201, that 202, or 2-1, 202 player is feeling really nice depending on who's going to be landing to them at that turn, which is going to be exciting here. Selimo on the clock, 30 seconds left.
Yeah. What's up, WG? Welcome in. Odunze at the 109 is wild. Yeah, crazy, right? But this is the mock draft. This is the world we're living in. You know, you can see how things change for people with landing spots. What's up? No problems. Welcome in. Welcome in. We appreciate y'all for being here. Again, first 10 picks off the board now as Mitchell goes. Caleb, Marvin, Daniels, May, Neighbors. Then we got Brock Bowers, who's a Charger. Bo Nix, who's a Viking in round 1. JJ, who is a Bronco in round 1. Rome Odunze goes to the Jets. Adonai goes, to
Bills.
Okay, wow. Adonai goes to the Bills. Brian Thomas goes to the Steelers. And then Keon Coleman to the Chiefs in round 2. Pick 64, I think it was.
Wow.
So I'm not going to lie. I'm very shocked that there's still a player available in round 2. But why don't we ask the chat, who do you think was the best value pick in round 1? I think I know what people are going to say, but who do you guys think is the best value pick in round 1? Again, not just based off of who you think is the best player, but taking into account the landing spots of these players as well, the world that we are living in. Who do you think is the best value in round 1? Badaki, who would you say?
Yeah, it's Rome Odunze.
Rome Odunze.
Top 10 pick. Going to the New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, falling at the 109. That's sexy. That is sexy if you have the 109. And this is what makes the 109, 110 really interesting, because there is a world.
Yes, there is.
Where 5 quarterbacks go in the first round.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter how late it is. Maybe the Vikings don't move up and they get Bo Nix, like we've seen here. maybe the Broncos stay put and they get JJ McCarthy, but Rome Odunze then falls because of how these quarterbacks gets pushed up in a super flex league. Now I think some people will take Rome Odunze over
Yeah.
if they're like.
There will be plenty of people who take Rome at the 106, right?
What if this happened, but we put Rome Odunze with the Bears, or put Rome Odunze with, I don't know, the Titans or something?
Yeah.
I think there's still more. There still could be maybe better arguments for Rome, maybe worse arguments, but yes, Rome Odunze easily 100% is one of the best.
This isn't a reflection of people's opinion of Rome Odunze. It's a reflection of the world that we decided to live in today, which is that these quarterbacks went in very favorable spots with very good draft capital in a super flex format. So I love the Rome Odunze pick. That makes a lot of sense. The chat says, Mad Hat says he wanted Coleman at the 201. Okay, that would be interesting. Brian Thomas, Purple Monkey says the best value. Odunze, Kyle. Trent says Odunze. So a lot of people saying Rome Odunze, and it makes a lot of sense because we all love this player, and because of the landing spots in today's world, he just ended up falling down the board.
Yeah, completely.
Mighty Booch joins us and says, "What's the like goal for a second mock? 100 likes is the like goal for another mock to be popped off."
Honey.
We are currently already halfway there at 54. So if you have yet to hit the like button, go ahead and smash that thing so we can get to 100 together. We appreciate y'all big time. All right, round 2 is about to begin here, and Mad Hat's on the clock.
I think we have to address who went at the one.
What is happening?
Well,
what is going on right now?
Going to the 112. I think that's a Chiefs bump. I think maybe when you see, and you kind of mentioned this while we were setting this up, or talking about it. Rashee Rice, second round pick for the Chiefs last year. Keon Coleman, who for me, I'm a little bit more harsher. I don't see the fantasy success coming his way. Now, this is the best opportunity for him to have fantasy success to go with Patrick Mahomes. No doubt about it. But
what is going on? How did Xavier Worthy fall to the 2-3?
Yeah, I mean,
what in the world just happened?
First round wide receiver going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, that is wild. Okay, Xavier Worthy goes to the Cowboys, round 1. A beautiful compliment to CeeDee Lamb in an offense that is pass happy with the same team that just made CeeDee Lamb the wide receiver 1. That is crazy. Xavier Worthy falls to the 2-3. That has got to be, in my opinion, the steal of the draft as of right now. I mean, is that too drastic?
No, I think there could have been arguments of him over Brian Thomas at the 111 because of the situation.
I agree.
Once again, situation. I do have Brian Thomas high on my rankings based off talent, but situation is definitely very intriguing with Xavier Worthy being the wide receiver 2 over there for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they get Trey Benson as well.
Wow. Cowboys are loading up in the draft.
Be careful.
Yeah, Benson, and Benson's a great pick. I still think I take the first round wide receiver, and y'all know you won't find someone who loves Benson more than me this entire offseason, but I still think I'm going Worthy, man. I think Worthy, at worst, has to be the 112. At worst.
Yeah, I hear you.
But hey, this is why we have fun. We mock and we play around, and it doesn't mean that Badaki and I are right. Just our opinion. I don't like the Penix pick. I will be honest with you.
Yeah, going to the Raiders there. Gardner Minshew, Adonai Mitchell, now Michael Penix. Who's starting? Doesn't feel like it's going to be Aiden O'Connell, excuse me.
Mitchell.
Aiden Mitchell. Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, and Michael Penix Jr. all now there.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the starting quarterback? I personally don't think it would be Michael Penix. No, I think it will be a competition, but I think Penix wins. I think I'll give him maybe like a 20% chance to win if it really is like a 3-headed monster there, but yeah, I would agree. I don't love it.
All right, I'm on the clock here, and I talked about how much I love this player and this team fit, Roman Wilson. I just think him to the Chargers in round 3 is beautiful. The perfect fit to be their next slot receiver after Keenan moves on, and obviously Mike on the outside moves on. So I'll take Roman Wilson here. Links back up with his old coach, Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Already has that trust with him. So, And no disrespect to Quentin Johnson, I think he is instantly the best receiver on that team.
It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Unlucky.
Instantly,
Then take the disrespect.
Disrespect. And
then with as much disrespect as possible, he is the best receiver on the team. We
Come
did
on,
just get a super chat from Justin Stowers. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donation. He says, alarm clock and second mock. You love to see it.
Awesome. Awesome. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, man.
Oh, look, you can like a super chat now.
Oh, can you? Let's see.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Like?
Justin, thank you so much for the donation, man. We appreciate you big time. That's very, very kind.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, thank you so much. Not for Quentin. Anyways, yes. I love the landing spot. 3rd round draft pick. Really good draft capital there for Roman Wilson going to a situation to where, yeah, you get Brock Bowers. And what other wide receiver is there in the wide receiver room specifically?
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson, Roman Wilson. I think all those guys could potentially eat in the situation, even with both of those 2 talented players coming in. I'm going to take a player that I actually really like. Going to the New England Patriots, linking up with Drake May, instantly becomes the #1 wide receiver, in my personal opinion. Size, body, speed. Xavier Legette going in the 2nd round to the New England Patriots there with the 34th pick in the early 2nd. Yeah. I think that's exactly where I would be going based off situation and opportunity there.
By the way,
Troy Franklin.
Yeah, Troy Franklin off the board. Coach X was saying, I honestly think that Penix would be the best quarterback on that team in Las Vegas. He steps into a solid supporting cast with the head coach I'm a big fan of. I'm also a Michael Mayer truther. I hear you guys. I think I dropped a video just over a week ago now where I talked about what draft capital means for top 12 finishes amongst quarterbacks. I also looked at wide receiver, running back, and tight end in that video. But in the past 5 years, if we look at top 12 quarterback finishes, round 2 quarterbacks have only accounted for 6.7% of top 12 finishes. So I just don't think it's that good of a bet, a round 2 quarterback. Doesn't mean that it's not possible because you always have outliers. Kirk Cousins was round 4. Dak Prescott was round 4. Jalen Hurts was round 2, right? So there's always outliers. But yeah, I just don't like betting on a round 2 quarterback over round 1 wide receiver, over a round 2 running back for that matter. Again, 6.7% of top 12 finishes in the past 5 years have come from a round 2 quarterback. So it's not a highly represented outcome, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and look, I think the odds are against him, especially going into that quarterback. Now, if he would have told me he goes to the Raiders and only Aiden O'Connell's there without them paying Gardner Minshew, I think that's a whole different conversation and situation to where, hey, maybe I'll take a chance on him in the 2nd round, depending on where else all these other wide receivers and running backs do go. But the fact that there's 2 other quarterbacks in that room, really, it's hard to envision anyone really leaning on Michael Penix when you just paid Gardner Minshew. I can't think off the top of my head, but if I'm not mistaken, $20 million
over 2 years, so it wasn't too much for the quarterback spot. But
sure, I think that is a huge indication. Like, okay, hey, we want Gardner Minshew to bring in competition. We're gonna bring in Michael Penix, bring in competition. And it may be wide open, but maybe they go with more of the experienced players than rather the rookie that's going to come out and beat 2 experienced players now with Aiden O'Connell with a year under his belt.
Marshawn Lloyd comes off the board. He went to the Chargers in round 4. And they're kind of building a nice team through this mock draft. I mean, you think about it. They went Brock Bowers round 1. That's going to improve your run game. It's also obviously going to give you a #1 weapon on the team. In round 3, they get Roman Wilson. And in round 4, they get Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd actually complements Gus Edwards to a T. Perfect compliment, in my opinion. So I love it. Malachi Corley. I loved the landing spot for Malachi Corley. He goes to the Jags in round 3. It's like Laviska Shenault all over again, but hopefully he's good.
Shout out to Laviska Shenault. Miss you every day. Yeah, I love Malachi Corley to the Jags there. Some great opportunity. There goes Jalen Wright going to the Houston Texans there. Now, this is an interesting landing spot because Joe Mixon does get the bag. I think this could be a 2-headed monster here where they could potentially see a 50-50 split.
Sure.
But I think it just all depends on how Jalen Wright really shows what he can potentially be doing there in this offense first.
As bad as it sounds, I almost feel like it's a Chase Brown situation where you got to wait a while to actually see him
what's going to happen.
like
Yeah.
fully involved in the offense. But I mean, when you pay Joe Mixon, he's probably your starter. But there is still a scenario where Joe Mixon isn't efficient because he's not been that efficient, really. So if Jalen Wright's a more efficient back, it wouldn't surprise me if he cuts into that role.
Yeah.
Sanders went to the Colts. What do you think about that landing spot for Jatavion Sanders? I know you like Sanders. I
I
guess
do.
more than me.
Yeah, I do like Sanders. I don't like the Colts' landing spot. Just based off of the weapons there. JT, Josh Downs. They signed Michael Pittman to an extension. You also have Alec Pierce, who we both like, and I think he's been a contributor a little bit. But then Anthony Richardson, who also hasn't seen this. We haven't seen it because he really only played 2 full games of really spreading the ball around and seeing that fantasy success when it comes down to him, producing fantasy relevant wide receivers. I just don't want any of the players respectfully in this class to go to the Colts because I just feel like they just become dead assets. Now I could be
Dead
wrong
assets
because
is harsh, but it's like
it
very
is
difficult
harsh.
picture to paint.
Exactly. Exactly. That's better words.
Dizon, by the way, shout out to him. He says, "Howdy, I usually only catch the replays of the live, but I made it here today. Welcome." Can we all
that's
say,
awesome, man. Welcome.
how's it going, Dizon? Give Dizon a big shout out in the chat, guys, for being here live. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man.
This is actually his family. Yeah, his family is the origins of Dijon mustard. So we have royalty in the house.
We actually do.
So why don't you guys let us know who's the best value pick in round 3? It can be any name that you believe. Any name that you could point to and say, where that guy went in the NFL draft, how I view him as a prospect, that was the best value in round 2. Let us know in the chat below. And I got to ask you, Badaki, who you think the best value pick in round 2 was?
Yeah, I would say it's Xavier Worthy, and I would just say Xavier Worthy. First round wide receiver going in the second round to a team where we've seen in situation that we've seen a quarterback producing fantasy relevant wide receivers. We saw what Brandon Cooks did last year. He's a field stretcher. He can definitely take the top off. And that's exactly what you would want here for Xavier Worthy going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Purple says X-Man. We got Worthy. A lot of people agreeing Worthy was the best pick. Another Worthy there. And second would be Leggett from No Problem. So you love to see it. But that is the end of round 2. We are going to hit into round 3. Our like goal in today's stream is 100 likes. We're at 85. So we are just 15 likes away from 100. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and smash that thing. You could be the reason that we hit 100 likes and then we get a second mock draft with the whole community. Jacob Savage says, Franklin, y'all sleeping on him. Hey, we love Troy Franklin. I'll tell you what, there is nobody defending Troy Franklin in the Dynasty community more than this guy right here. All right, I'm taking the heat for Troy Franklin. But let me tell you what, if he goes to the Lions in round 2, how the hell is he going to be fantasy relevant? I got to be realistic too. Worthy or Corley, Kotrick says is the best value. Trent says, are y'all going to be live for the draft again? Yes, we will be.
Yes. It's a perfect opportunity to say that now.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell them.
Yeah, we're going to be live on our redraft channel. I know a lot of people may not know that we have a redraft channel, but we like to do all the draft live coverage. Even though we may not be showing it, you can see our live reactions on our redraft channel, which is a DynastyLand channel there, as you can see in the chat. We're going to be live there. You'll be seeing our live reactions. You should have seen when Zach saw the Washington Commanders take Emmanuel Forbes.
Oh, geez, that was rough.
When Christian Gonzalez was still on the board, where they took Jamin Davis, and he said, who the is that? Jamin Davis.
I wanted JOK. I wanted JOK, and they went Jamin Davis. I was so pissed.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for the draft, and you're going to be seeing our reactions early because both of our teams have 2 top 6 picks, and it's going to be exciting. So definitely stay tuned and subscribe to that channel.
I wonder if we have time here. This was us doing the mock draft before the NFL draft. Or we were live, weren't we? Oh God, there it is. Anyway, we don't have to watch that because I go pretty ham for quite some time. But that was a funny reaction.
Yes, we did do the picks on PFF, didn't we?
Yes, we were following along with PFF. I wonder if we can just look at the actual like reaction the first time. By the way, if you talk, it will be double. So hold on 1 second. Well, let's see here.
Is on the clock, Zach.
All right,
Tell me,
I'm not looking at the chat at all.
No.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I need you to tell me what you want, and what
Clearly what I want.
Best possible scenario.
We gotta stand up.
Tell me best possible scenario, and then worst possible scenario right here.
Okay, best possible scenario. Christian Gonzalez is on the clock.
Yes.
Washington, historically, not the best decision makers. Typically, awful decisions across the board. Do I anticipate we take Christian Gonzalez? No, because we're stupid. We have no idea what the hell we're doing in that front office. Okay, that would be my dream pick, Christian Gonzalez. He should not be available,
by the way.
Okay, worst pick would be Will Levis. Do not give me fucking Will Levis. My least favorite quarterback in the entire draft. I've never had a first round grade on him. He's falling. Other NFL teams feel the same. Do not take Will Levis. Worst case scenario, Will Levis.
He's in already, by the way.
Okay. I will also accept. Honestly, there's not an offensive lineman that I want anymore.
Steven said, "Imagine Hooker." That's another guy.
No. Don't put that out there. I rebuke that. Give me Christian Gonzalez. Here's what I'm happy with. Dalton Kincaid, Christian Gonzalez. I'll take Michael Mayer. And honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but I wouldn't be upset about Nolan Smith or Deontay Banks. Okay?
Okay.
Happy with Deontay Banks, Nolan
Banks
Smith.
open.
Because we have some questions about paying our edge rushers next year. Christian Gonzalez, Kincaid, all great options. Worst scenario, Will Levis. Do not hit me with some Will Levis bullshit right here, Washington. I swear. Please don't do it. Please do not do this to me.
Some Will Levis bullshit, Washington. Here we go. Oh boy, the old pick is in. I want to look up. I kind of want to spoil this pick for myself, just so I can know the team exactly.
Don't you
when.
dare say
so
anything.
I haven't looked, just so I can see your full reaction the whole time.
Okay, well,
I'm
don't say anything.
I'm not. I'm actually not gonna look. I'm not gonna look.
You can look. That's fine. Just don't say anything.
No. I'm not gonna look. I feel like it's gonna ruin it for me.
African Americans.
They're making the jersey right now. They're putting 4 letters. It's L-E. Oh no, actually that's 5.
4 letters. When we draft a kid from the Levi Jeans Company.
Yeah, the Levi Jeans Company. Oh my goodness.
We got Brett Favre announcing the pick. Yeah, former Levi front face for marketing.
Imagine former Levi from marketing drafting Will Levis. If Hendon Hooker goes before Will Levis,
even hint. Please don't fuck this up.
Oh man, I want to ruin it so bad.
It's sitting in our lap. He's sitting in our lap. But Aki, don't even hint as to what it could be. If you see it, don't even hint at or like a gasp, or I don't want anything, please.
I haven't even touched my phone yet.
Please don't fuck this up. Please. For once in your life. Please. He's sitting right there.
We're back.
You've been handed a gift.
I'm not looking at the chat. It looks like Will Levis didn't get a call yet.
Yeah, no way he can go. Yeah, he got a call from Lowe's and the Home Depot. They're trying to hire a business manager.
Who does this guy think he is?
That means the Patriots on the clock here. You know why it's taking a long time?
There's nowhere near that draft. I feel sick. I think we're gonna fuck this up.
Here comes the pick.
I feel sick. We're gonna fuck this up.
Okay, he's coming up. Okay.
Oh fuck! Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
Sorry, that's not. Hi, Blazy.
What the fuck are we doing? He's 166 pounds.
Family friendly. Freaking Christian Gonzalez.
He's 166 pounds.
That's a meme.
You
We
had
need to get
Christian
that up.
Gonzalez right in front of you. Shit! I fucking hate this franchise.
And that's not even
Fuck.
the Dan Snyder. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be laughing. This is terrible. Look, you could have got. I don't understand why they didn't get. What's wrong with Christian Gonzalez right now that he's fallen so far? That's the real question.
Who
That's
the
the real
fuck is drafting someone who's 166 pounds in the first round? I'm almost 166 pounds. You want to draft me?
The pick is in for the Raiders. I mean, for the Patriots. So quick. So quick here
fuck,
for the
man?
Raiders. I mean, for the Patriots. I don't know why I keep saying Raiders. I was hella quick, too. Immediately, Christian Gonzalez.
Pictures. Oh, they fucked up.
Yeah, that was
give us
like-
Christian Gonzalez, please.
Yeah.
What
Welcome,
a
ladies
fucking
and gentlemen.
joke.
Welcome.
Anyway,
That means the line's on the clock right now.
it's a lot more of me being angry. But if you guys want to, hey, maybe we do draft JJ McCarthy, and I have another vintage moment where I go off on the Commanders. Who knows?
Oh my God, that's
that-
hilarious.
We will be live over on the Redraft channel on draft night. Subscribe, turn your notifications on. Maybe
That
we'll
was
put
on
up a live stream here soon so people can put a reminder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe I'll put I'll create a live stream so you guys put a reminder and set that put those notifications on. But we'll definitely promote that here throughout the week and throughout the coming weeks as we get closer to the NFL draft, which is exciting. And the day before the draft, if I'm not mistaken, we do go live. I think on this channel, and then we'll do like a full mock draft or like top 15 picks, so we can kind of put our guesses in. Which is really fun as well. So
And also, we right after each round or each day of the draft, we do go live and do rookie drafts as well. And then a couple days after that, we'll be live streaming real drafts on our channel. So you'll be able to see real drafts, real money leagues, real stakes on the line. So yeah, I still remember the anger I felt when we took Forbes over Gonzalez. Still lives inside me. It's just tucked away. It's just it's in a controlled environment now. You learn to
pounds
take
is amazing.
take those feelings, push them all the way down, and then you don't ever think about them again.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how that works.
and then we got Deontay Banks in that draft.
Yeah,
Huh?
we did.
The bank's open. Be careful.
Full meet the parents vibe, Zach. I have nipples, Greg. Do you want to milk me? That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, and hey, that's real emotions, right? We're normally family friendly, but that was just raw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everything is off limits on that stream. There's no political correctness. African American.
Oh yeah, that was when Trump was going on.
Yeah.
Not Trump,
All right.
but the guy was
That
making fun of Trump.
impersonator. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to play that so people know the context. But yes, hilarious.
All right, I'm on the clock, and y'all did me a huge favor because you just said, "Hey, Zach, one of your favorite players in the draft, we'll just leave him on the board until 306." Okay, is that cool? I said, "Yeah, that's cool. Give me Jalen McMillan off the board here at the 306. Joins H-Town. Will be the perfect slot receiver with Stroud. You'll have Tank Dell, Nico Collins playing on the outside, and then obviously Jalen McMillan is a perfect slot for you there. And now you're on the clock. What are you thinking here?"
Let's see. I have no idea. Was Slick Ricky on the? Oh no, he is gone.
Literally, everyone wanted Ricky Pearsall there. Everyone.
Clearly. Just double checking here. I think I'm gonna have to go running back. I'm gonna take Blake. He goes to the Raiders in the 3rd round. There's Zamir White, Blake Corum there. Looks like a duo that's gonna be happening, so I'll take him here.
Yeah. What would that mean for Zamir White? You know, that's something that we've talked about before. A lot of people have disagreed. No, Zamir's the guy. He's clear. And there's been so many people who are like, what do you mean? Like, no one's been added in the offseason for these teams. The Bucks, the Raiders, you know, the Cowboys, etc. It's like, guys, the half season's only half over. What you mean? The draft is still about to happen. So what would Blake Corum do to Zamir White's value? I think it would absolutely shoot it into the ground, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it just definitely depends on draft capital, but like, yes, He definitely can shoot it to the ground.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Tez Walker off the board. Where did Tez end up going?
He went to the Colts in the 3rd round.
Oh my
Excuse
God!
me.
So that's tough.
Dead.
Oh, that is a rough spot for Tez. But he is off the board. Obviously, Javon Baker went as well before him, and Baker is a Steeler. Jalen Polk went as well, and Jalen Polk is a Cardinal in round 3. Braylon Allen also went off the board. Braylon is a Cardinal in round 3 as well. Bucky Irving is a Viking in round 4. All those guys are off the board. And then Spencer Rattler comes off the board as well. You know, funnily enough, you know how I talked about the hit rate, if you will, top 12 finishes for quarterbacks? Mm-hmm. In the past 5 years, round 2 quarterbacks have only accounted for 6.7% of top 12 finishes. Round 4, higher hit rate, 10%. 10% of top 12 finishes. So, in my opinion, I don't view a round 2 quarterback all that higher than I do a round 4. But obviously, there are always outliers in every class.
No question.
Burton's off the board. He went to the Saints, right?
I think so. I'm trying to find Burton here.
I think he went to the Saints in round 5. So, round 5 pick, not exactly the draft capital you would have wanted to see, but you and I both big Jermaine Burton guys. I actually think he would be a great fit in that offense alongside
I think he
Chris
would as
Olave
well. I just hate the quarterback play. Yes.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Aldrich Estimate going to the Cincinnati Bengals there. So you have Zach Moss, Chase Brown, and Aldrich Estimate. Interesting. Ran a, what was it that he ran? According to
it was a 4.58 is what the pro day said, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny. 4.58.
Nice.
Benson not there. Going to the Washington Commanders in the early 3rd round.
We won't pause it, but I mean, you guys let us know up to this point. Why don't you guys let us know who you think is the best value in the draft? If you had to point to one name, who do you think is the best value in the entire draft? I'll ask you, Badaki, the same question. Best value in the draft, who is it?
Then in the entire draft?
In the entire draft, you can choose any name.
I still think it's Rome Odunze. Top 10 pick.
Odunze?
Top 10 pick fall into the 109.
Okay. Odunze is a good shout. I think Odunze would be a close second for me after Worthy. Okay. I still think Worthy would be the best value pick in the draft. It's just giving shades of Zay Flowers last year. You remember how much Zay Flowers you and I had in our Dynasty teams because he kept falling to the second? That's what it's giving shades of.
Yeah,
the chat says X, Blake or Rome. Got to be Blake. NMG says. NK1 says Troy's the best value in the whole draft. Jeff says Odunze or Corum are the best value, so you love to see it. But we are here in round 4. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. I do think we hit our like goal, so we'll do another mock draft with y'all. Kotrick says Loki. He thinks it's Ricky, which you love to see. Brendan Rice off the board. Where did Brendan go?
Brendan Rice went to the San Francisco 49ers like his daddy.
So he links up.
The legacy continues.
Yeah. He'll probably have the same exact career too, because he's a Niner. Dylan Labe off the board. Fun sleeper name. Yeah.
He drafted too.
Malik Washington. Damn, that was my favorite pick still available.
The Bears.
Oh, that hurts. Okay, I really got to rethink things now. Damn, I thought that was such a good pick. Malik Washington at the 405? Actually, is Ray Davis still available?
Sweet Baby Rays, that's right. That's who I'm going with, but looks like you're going to take him.
You are joking, Ray is still available.
Goes to the Bills.
Bills in round 4?
Yeah, man.
Give me a little Sweet Baby Rays on a Saturday. Actually, I typed in sweet. Give me some Sweet Baby Rays, on my...
That's exactly who I wanted.
Chicken. Yeah, I love to see it. I'll take them off the board there.
Hell yeah, I get some Sweet Baby Rays. Whoa. Sorry.
Oh.
Dylan Lobby went to the
Family
Chiefs.
friendly. Dylan Lobbit to the Chiefs. There you go.
African.
American.
Oh, a classic. That's a classic. Where am I going?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
I think I'm gonna take a quarterback here, which may sound
Wow,
crazy,
okay.
but I'm gonna take big old Michael Pratt going to the Saints.
Okay. I don't hate it. Almost
Derek
feels like
Carr.
an Aiden O'Connell pick last year.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, they got rid of Jameson Winston. He goes to the Browns. James Winston. They need another backup here. 5th round, not terrible. I think who else they have? Ian Book. Who?
Wet like a book. What? Pause. Come on, Drake. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Derek Carr's not good at this point, so.
Yeah. Thank you
like
for
the
your
bet.
service, Derek.
I anytime I can bet on Derek Carr not being good, I'll take that chance. Johnny Wilson off the board at the 408, the big body freak
body Johnny.
athlete.
Where do you go?
He goes to the Patriots, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's opportunity there, no doubt.
Jaheim Bell, one of my favorite sleeper tight ends, goes to the Seahawks. Reason I'm not in love with that spot is because they just re-signed Noah Fant. What was his contract, Noah Fant? 2 years, $21 million over there in Seattle. So it's not the worst contract to compete with, but man, it's just tough there.
Yeah.
What's up, the Andrew says, "Hey boys, God, I love DynastyLand. You love to see it. We appreciate
Hey,
it."
man, we appreciate you. All love, brother.
Chasen says the Pats are building the world's biggest wide receiver core. What's up, John? Yeah, if you know our channel, you'll know I'm probably the biggest Trey Benson guy out there. Been defending him all the way since November of last year.
Pretty good Trey, yeah.
So
Definitely
that's my
somebody we like.
RB1.
Yeah.
Big fan. And Aselimo's on the clock. We'll see what he's going to do here. He says Cohen being on the board is kind of insane. Yeah, he went to the Falcons. That's the only reason he's still on the board. It's just...
Yeah, I really like Cohen as well.
Yeah.
But I think with
So many
Mooney
names to
being
compete
there,
with.
yeah, with Mooney being there personally, I think Mooney takes that role over him, and he gets that long-term contract as well. He got a pretty big contract, I would say, for someone like Darnell Mooney. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting Mooney to get that kind of contract either. So good for him.
Yeah.
Isaiah Davis, who went to the Panthers, I actually really like that pick. That's who I would have taken if Ray Davis was not available.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Isaiah Davis as like a true last pick deep sleeper type of buy. Is the 202 too early for Benson? No, I don't think so. Not if he goes round 2. But look, there's a scenario where he falls round 4 and he goes, let's say, he goes. I'm trying to think of like a landing spot where he could go, like the Bucks, round 4 or something. Say, there's probably better values on the board at that point.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. But let's see who the last pick of the draft is, and we will pop off a second mock because you guys helped us reach our goal. We appreciate you big time. And we'll help out the one quarterback king here. Y'all know we always try and be as helpful as we can. Now, do we prefer one quarterback? No, but we love the community, and we
do
try
it for the people.
We try and be as helpful as possible to all formats. As Theo Johnson's the last pick, I like that. And if people want to join this mock draft, Badaki, this second one that we're about to do, how can they go about doing so?
Yeah, guys, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description below. Link is going to be in the chat. Once you join that Discord, go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs. Then go to content releases. That's exactly where I'll be posting that link to this mock draft here. One quarterback mock draft. Let's go 3 here. And then once Zach joins, I'll definitely send that link out to you guys. Once again, Fantasyland tab, orange footballs, content releases, and that's exactly where you can join this mock draft. All right, Zach is in. that link is out.
All right, so that link is out, and we are going to fill up here. Again, this will be a 1 quarterback PPR tight end premium for this next one. Still have 2 spots left. 2 spots, 1 spot left as Andy just got in there. Who's going to get the last spot here? 1 more spot. Same landing spots, by the way. Landing spots will not have changed. So we'll roll with the same one that Shane Hallam had here from Draft Countdown. Is there already someone there? Because sometimes there's a glitch.
Let's see. You just gotta refresh.
No? Oh, yeah. Okay,
there
so
is.
someone's already there.
There is.
Skodo is there, but remember, guys, 1 quarterback PPR tight end premium. 30 seconds on the clock. All right, so don't get auto-picked, but let's go ahead and get this thing going.
All right.
As Jay Bones, who's that in there? Is that Tennessee? Looks like Jalen Hyatt and Jay Bones photo. You love it. Marvin off the board, then Malik Neighbors, and now you're on the clock. Big decision to make.
Big decision to make. I think this is a tight end premium. I will go Bowers.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense there.
At the 103.
And Adunze comes off the board next to the 104. No surprise there so far. And Nickel up here at the 105. Let's see. It's always fun to see where positions fall.
Yeah,
in
the
one
rest
quarterback.
goes there. There goes Adonai Mitchell.
Buffalo Beal.
Yeah, the 28th pick in this draft. So that is definitely very interesting to see.
A Buffalo Beal off the clock. Big decision here. Big decision here for Andy.
Which guy was Jalen Hyatt? Oh yeah, on the team 101. Yeah, Jalen Hyatt.
I think that's a Hyatt photo. Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
check it
So
out.
Xavier Worthy off the board, and that makes my pick actually pretty easy. I wish I was at the 108, so I could have had a little bit more of a difficult time making a pick.
Yeah.
My 4th ranked player in a 1 quarterback format. I'll take him off the board here at the 107, Brian Thomas Jr. He is a Pittsburgh Steeler with pick 20 in round 1. So I'll grab him there. Trey Benson is the first running back off the board. Remember, he goes round 2 to the Cowboys.
Yep.
So I like
Love
that
that
pick a
landing
lot.
spot. Definitely, that's probably where he could definitely start going in your 1 quarterback drafts here from the 108, depending on landing spot. There goes
Wow.
Troy Franklin going to the Detroit Lions, falling to the late 2nd round.
That's a little surprising there. I don't think that would have been my next pick.
Definitely wouldn't have been my pick. I definitely would have taken the quarterbacks personally in the
I
1
do think
quarterback.
Caleb gets into play there real quick, doesn't he?
Yeah, depending. We're a big advocate. I'm a big advocate. If you don't have a top 10 quarterback, these quarterbacks are in play in the later parts of your first round in a draft here, because this really changes your team. If you have a Daniel Jones, a Matthew Stafford, an Aaron Rodgers, a Geno Smith, I am looking at quarterbacks heavily in the late first round there.
Lad McConkey, the last pick in round 1. He is a Panther with the first pick in round 2 of the NFL draft. So that makes a lot of sense. I like that pick there. And now Jay Bones on the clock. Marvin was the 101. He's got a chance to get another great player here. Again, Caleb and Drake off the board at the 110. Daniels, for me, would be closer to quarterback 1 in a 1 quarterback league than he would be quarterback 3. That's just my personal opinion. Trying to shoot for the moon. Same conversation I was having last year with Anthony Richardson.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Would you say that you regret taking, well, obviously it's definitely easier to say because, hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of people feel that same way with Jaden Daniels, but what if Drake May is Caleb Williams? What if, JJ McCarthy is, what if Drake May is CJ Stroud? What if, JJ McCarthy is CJ Stroud? Because, we're going up with the upside, but what if the talent trumps what the player is actually going to be as a whole?
Well, first, I don't think anyone who drafted Anthony Richardson is regretting it right now.
Sure.
I don't think there's a single person who drafted him would say, "Oh, I made the wrong pick there." I'll take Marshawn Lloyd here. He goes to the Chargers. But no, because there is one CJ Stroud. There's one CJ Stroud.
That's fair.
That is not the expectation. It shouldn't be our expectation that any of these guys are going to be CJ Stroud. We hope that they could. We think they're talented enough to be. But that's typically the exception, not the rule. You got a lot more busts than you have hits. And overall, even Justin Fields. Has Justin Fields been a good NFL quarterback? No. Has he been a reliable starter for fantasy through his rookie contract? Yeah, he has been. So if we're talking about, the other side of that is, what if you took Zach Wilson instead of Justin Fields? You probably would have regretted that. Neither of them turned out to be franchise quarterbacks. Well, I guess the jury's still out on Fields.
I think it's so interesting with Anthony Richardson's class was because, you had C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and C.J. Stroud is still up there, or is up there in his own tier of his own. But if you have Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson, the value at the moment with Anthony Richardson is significantly higher, based off of his ceiling. But Bryce Young, I still believe, can be a better overall quarterback and a fantasy quarterback.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But I think what is the least scary floor for a fantasy quarterback? Daniels or May? I would say anyone. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think anyone could agree that Daniels has a safer floor for scoring fantasy points.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong, but I would say most people would feel that way
because of his rushing upside.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely makes sense. The only reason why I say that is because I wonder if people, because in one quarterback league you went with upside, right? And I think last year, one of the biggest arguments was like, look, I understand Anthony Richardson has a big upside, but I'm still going with C.J. Stroud.
Ended up being Bryce Young, but so I mean, you probably would have been. To be honest with you, like if you went Anthony Richardson, then you would have probably felt really good about that right now. But of course, there's always a chance that those mobile guys don't pan out. But still, even the ones who don't, like Justin Fields, you could have sold Justin Fields for a ton of value at some point in his career if you didn't believe in him long term. Yeah. And Justin Fields was the reason I won 2 championships last year. Or at least he helped me get to the playoffs to win those championships.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think in a one quarterback format, I'm shooting for the moon. But of course, for every CJ Stroud, there's a Bryce Young. For every, Trevor Lawrence, there's a Zach Wilson. So there's no way to know for sure what type of player you're going to end up with.
Yeah.
I'll take Slick Ricky here.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say Ricky is definitely going there. Yeah, some of these guys going off the board as normal: Ian Coleman, Bo Nix, Marshawn Lloyd, McMillan, Corm, Wilson, Sanders, Irving. The list goes on there in a one quarterback league. You kind of go, high upside type of players here in these positions here. Sweet Baby Ray is going to the Buffalo Bills from Mighty Booch.
Love that pick.
No question.
I love that pick. He goes an entire round earlier than last draft.
Yeah.
And all the same quarterbacks are gone too, so that's interesting.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Brendan Rice off the board. Benson not off the board. Isaiah Davis. Tez Walker. Did Corley go already? Yeah, he went at the 306. Yeah. I like that Corley pick a lot. Javon Baker's a great pick. Jamari Thrash is a great pick.
Now I'm on the clock here.
There's a couple names I have in mind here. I'm curious to see what you'll do.
Washington.
Love it. Malik Washington was who I was banking on.
Went to the Bears, which is really nice, especially with them not drafting another wide receiver. And Keenan Allen only being that other guy, maybe he can take over there soon.
Frank Gore's gone. His son, rather.
Frank
All
Gore
right, I got
Jr.
two names. I got two names on the brain here.
Two names on the membrane.
Okay, that was one of them.
There you go.
That was one of them. Just give me the
careful.
last one, please.
And be careful.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, great. Jermaine Burton, welcome to the squad here. Feel pretty good about that haul there at the 7.
Yeah, not bad.
I'm
Good try,
liking
baby.
that. I like the haul at the 3 spot too. Jonathan Brooks.
There you go, Johnny.
As Dylan Labe comes off the board. Will Shipley. Where does Will Shipley go? He goes to the Niners. Yeah, that's a rough spot.
Yeah. That is a rough spot.
You're definitely betting on an injury there.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Hey, look. Thank you for your
That's what
service.
you gotta say. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Luke McCaffrey also off the board, as well as Johnny Wilson and Spencer Rattler's the last pick in round 1. All right, guys. We'll answer 5 questions here to end, but
Sure.
we want your help with the video. All right, we want your help with the video. You guys remember about 2 months ago we made a video and we talked about what your first round picks in 2024 are worth in Dynasty. You know, if you were to trade them away, and you guys submitted a bunch of trades. I just put a link in the chat. If you want to be considered in a video, if you want to help us with the video, then if you have seen or made a trade for a 2024 first round pick, send a screenshot below with context. So again, go open that link that I put in the chat. And if you have made any trades for 2024 first round picks or you've seen them, send a screenshot and some context. And eventually you could, and most likely will be featured in a video that we're recording, which will release probably early next week. So yeah, go do that for us if you don't mind. Go subscribe to the redraft channel if you want to be live with us during the draft. And also, if you want to support the show and get some awesome perks in return, become a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND. I'll put a direct link in the chat in case you do want to sign up. Tomorrow night, we will be reviewing Dynasty teams on a live stream. Again, tomorrow night, we will be reviewing teams on a live stream. If you want your team reviewed, all you got to do is become a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND. You're going to get everything on the screen that you see here. But yeah, we said we would finish with 5 questions. 5 questions and 5 questions only.
I'm listening.
So the first one, the Andrews says, would you prefer in a 1 quarterback league, JSN or the 105? And in a 1 quarterback league, the 105 is Bowers, Brian Thomas.
I'll take the 105.
That's a tough question for me to answer. I wish I knew where Brian Thomas was going. Because if we lived in today's world and Brian Thomas is a Steeler, give me JSN. I would keep JSN. But if Brian Thomas ends up on the Cowboys, on the Jags, you know, there's so many different scenarios where I might change my mind depending on who his quarterback is and how I envision his rookie year playing out. So I'd say that's very much right, very close. Scott, this is question 2. Only 5. Only doing 5. This is question 2. Scott says, is trading the 1-2 for Herbert too much? The team already has Cousins and A-Rich, also has 1-3 and 1-4. If this is a super flex league and you're telling me I can get Justin Herbert for the 102, I'm taking Justin Herbert all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. I'm taking it to the bank and I'm putting it in a trust fund for my children.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as well.
Okay, so we agree.
Yeah. Okay.
1 quarterback, obviously it's the 102.
Yeah.
Question number 3 is from Wyatt. He says, 12-team Superflex, start 11, the 112 or JSN? JSN by a mile.
Yeah. I would agree.
Love that.
At the moment, he's valued at the 109, 108. I mean, I would say 107, 109 to 109. If you can get either of those just based off of the community value, I'm doing that. If not, I'm keeping JSN.
Yes. Mad Hat says, this is question 4. Question 4 out of 5.
Question 4 out of 5.
Who is your guys' tight end 3 in the draft?
For me, it's Bell, if I'm not mistaken. Jaheim Bell.
Same for me, Jaheim Bell.
Yeah, that's what
Now, here's what I will say. I'm not really in love with many tight ends in this class anyway. I'm not even really a Jatavion Sanders guy, to be honest with you guys. I'm not a huge Sanders guy. I just didn't really love what I saw in film. So to me, I really only care about one tight end. That's Brock Bowers. But if you're telling me in the 4th round, I can take a shot on Ben Sinnott, Jaheim Bell, Theo Johnson, it will all come down to where these guys landed, to be honest, for me. I don't have like a strong conviction on tight end 3. Let's say that.
Yeah, makes sense.
And the last question for today is from Andrew. He says, I saw this and sent it to you earlier today already. Bought the 103, already have the 101, 108, and 109. I am trying to figure out what the question is in relation to, though.
I saw this and I sent it to you earlier today. I bought the 103 already.
What was the 103 for, I guess?
Yeah, is that what you're asking? Or are you saying that was... I mean, it's a good move if you got the 103, but depends on what it was for, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe we misunderstood. Hassan says, I have Anthony Richardson and Kyler Murray in Superflex with the 101. Should I draft Caleb? I'm going Caleb. He says Caleb or Marv. It's Caleb for me every day of the week.
Yeah. I think Caleb or Marvin, I think it really depends on landing spots. But at the moment, yes, it does seem like Caleb is going to the Bears.
Yeah, for me, really. Assuming Caleb's a Bear, there's not a scenario in which I take Marvin at the 101. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. We appreciate you. Hit a like on the stream. We actually answered 6 questions and we said we'd answer 5, so we gave you a little more than we said we would.
Who would have thought?
But hey, we do appreciate you big time. If you want to keep watching our content, then there is good news because we just released 2 videos in the last 2 days. If you want to go check those out. 2 days ago, we released a video talking about players that we're panicking on. It's a little clickbaity, but more just conversations on players we're worried about. And then just this morning, I released a video where you guys suggested sell highs, and I just walked through the sell highs that the community suggested. So go check out those videos if you want to keep watching some content. We appreciate you. All love. We'll see you soon. See you tomorrow night when we're grading people's teams who are supporting us on the site. So all love.
Love.